Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being a part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this does not work without you guys. So ends another day, man. Every day brings something different, doesn't it? And it's trying times right now. But if we all work together, stick together, we're going to get through this. And we might even get through it and be better people for it. You know, every generation kind of has that moment, that thing that happened, you know. My parents was the Vietnam War and stuff, and their parents was World War II, and great-grandparents was World War I, and it's all part of history in our life and things, you know? And things are always changing, but no matter how much things change, they always still seem to be the same. But keep the faith, because somehow, some way, we always make it through stuff. We do. So, 2020, you almost wish we could reboot this year and just kind of start all over, but we can't. But 2020 may be the year that we not only look at this pandemic and the way it's going to change a lot of things. I think when this is over with, we're going to see a lot more companies that are figuring that, hey, we don't have to have an office building and have everybody there working, that the internet, the cable system, the YouTube, the Skype is going to be the new way to do business. It'll be a change, a sea change. Online businesses and delivery services are really going to take off because they're becoming the main mode of commerce right now. But we may also look back at the Dallas Cowboys, who finally, in this century, have made a sea change. After 10 years of Jason Garrett and doing things one way, they were finally forced to look in a different direction and figure out something different. And that was going in a completely different direction from Jason Garrett. The Dallas Cowboys had been very, very consistent at ineptitude during that time period. You could look at everything they did. It was consistent. Whenever somebody was replaced, more times than not, it was somebody who was a friend of the organization. Nepotism at its best. A family member. Jason Garrett was like family. You could see the coaches, when it was time for somebody to move on, it was one of the people that were already there that ended up coming up in the system. When Monty Kiffin failed as defensive coordinator, we promoted Rod Martinelli to be the defensive coordinator. You looked at Marco Colombo becoming the offensive line coach. It was always the chain of the Dallas Cowboys tied to the past history. Sorry, my heat unit just came on. I forgot to bring my shotgun mic, so I hope it doesn't mess up the sound. I'll just talk louder. In fact, I'll turn the fire down so I don't get into it as I lean forward. But finally, the Dallas Cowboys hit rock bottom. And after having so much talent on the team and seeing a failure, Jason Garrett, well, he became the blame guy. The guy that we say, you're out of here. And instead of doing what they always did, which is hire from within, the Dallas Cowboys did a 180 and they literally went everywhere outside of the building. Everywhere. The fact that even though John Kitna had done well as a quarterback coach for Dak, nope, gone. You're tied to the organization. To think that Kellen Moore and Leon Lett, I believe, are the only former Cowboys that are there, and Nessmeyer is the only other coach that coached in Dallas Cowboys. for the Dallas Cowboys. But this change has gone on even more because I think when you have something traumatic happen like we are right now, you realize your own mortality and you want to make sure that you do everything that you can to survive and make sure your legacy is there. Because to me, this whole offseason has been crazy in comparison to what we have seen in the past. The Dallas Cowboys, in the longest time, have not been a player in free agency the first week. Yet here it is, the Dallas Cowboys are going in free agency. Now, they're still being frugal. They're not hiring just one or two big names, but you got to look at it and say that they are systematically trying to improve this team to get a different result. Getting a Dontari Poe is night and day different than anything. I have literally been pounding my chest, screaming from the top of every building, every freaking offseason about a one technique guy, a nose tackle, or nose guard as I like to call it, but a mean SOB, a guy who can push the pocket, a guy who a quarterback has to see every time he takes a step back, is in his face and clogging the middle. A guy who, when it comes to running the football at him, can drop his big ass on the ground and not be moved. A guy who doesn't have to rely on having stunts, moving him this play, that play, any other play in the world. A guy who can just bull rush and just be man on man and get upfield. But the Dallas Cowboys, we don't believe in that. We want lean guys. We want guys that are fast. We want them to be able to go bend the route and do a twist stunt and go upfield. The Dallas Cowboys to sign that guy, to go out and get a Gerald McCoy, to go get a HaHa Clinton Dix is unbelievable. I'm not sure that they're done. Because even that they got Blake Bell, BB, to go with BJ, Blake Jarwin. It's unbelievable that we ended up basically taking this roster. And because we had so many free agents, because we've got so many different coaches from different places with different perspectives. Mike Nolan, who'll probably be changing this defense. And you got to look at it and say, this defense is changing real quick. Dontari Poe is really a one technique guy. He's a nose tackle. You got to look at this thing, and I got to be honest, I'm kind of excited a little bit. You get Randy Gregory, you can put him on the outside linebacker. You could have Gerald McCoy at tackle. You could have Dontari Poe as the nose. You could end up having Antoine Woods at the other tackle. You could have D-Law on the outside. Having Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch as your two strong side and weak side linebackers. That, my friend, that ain't a bad front seven. And with an Antoine Woods laying the wood and a Clinton HaHa Dix, damn. You got a Woozy, you got Anthony Brown, and we haven't even gotten to the draft yet. This Dallas Cowboys team that's now negotiating with Dak Prescott, all of a sudden, it feels like there's a sense of urgency. Like time is running out, and we got to make a move. I don't think they're done right now in free agency. Before we end up doing Poe's deal, we still had $19 million left. That doesn't sound like a lot, but a couple of years ago, that's the kind of money we would start out with free agency if we were lucky for the season. If they work out Dak Prescott's deal, if they get him to a long-term deal, you're looking at somewhere between another $8 and $10 million in cap space. So you take that 19 minus whatever we pay Poe, and I think it'll probably be about 4 or 5 million cap hit. So say we have 14, get another 8 from Dak, that's 22, without having to restructure a single contract. Your rookies aren't going to cost but maybe 5. That still leaves us with about $20 million. And if they want more, they can get more. You can restructure Tyrone Crawford, or you can say it's time to retire. That's another $8.5 million. Wouldn't surprise me if the Dallas Cowboys have one more big move to do, be it a trade for somebody. But I feel like the Dallas Cowboys this year are pushing all the chips in. And they're trying to get this thing right now. I could be wrong. But I feel like this is a totally different Dallas Cowboy team than we've seen in a long time. Please, everybody. Please. I'm in Virginia. They shut schools down a week and a half ago. They've been implementing social distancing, getting people to work from home. Hell, I go to Home Depot now. Home Depot has the place chained off and a security guard, and they're only allowing people in, a few at a time. The grocery stores, same thing, 6-foot distance, trying to keep people from hopefully spreading this. What I've seen, at least in Virginia and Maryland, at least around here, it doesn't seem to be growing as rapidly, which is great news. So that works. I'm not going to lie and say I haven't been out, but I've been very, very judicial of when I've gone out. Wearing gloves. I've got some masks, actually. Haven't been using those, but I have some masks. And I've been to the store. I went through and I dropped off, cooked some food for some people, and trying to do what I can to take care of others. But understand, if you go out, don't do these Corona parties and gatherings and everything else. Come on. This shit is no joke. Every day, they're talking about New York, every 3 days, that doubling. Every 3 days. Doubling. Somebody commented on my Instagram today that has a cousin or a sister or somebody who was talking about, oh man, these curfews and these restrictions, they're stupid. Young person, a mother of a few kids and things, that it's a waste, that this is overblown. She's in the hospital now with Corona. They say Louisiana is about to be blowing up right now, is growing faster than anybody else because of Mardi Gras and the crowds. This thing is no joke. Please, keep your distance and keep your ass at home. Please. We got to do it. That being said, it's time to turn out the lights, and it's not raining tomorrow. I'm gonna finish wiring this damn thing up so I can flip this switch over here, so I ain't gotta walk past you like an old man. And see, another thing, they talk about old people dying. That's me. All right, do the right thing, and I'll see you in the morning. Don't sleep on them Dallas Cowboys. Would you hurry up and go out? Damn. Just take it all night. All damn night. Come on. Come on, fire. Damn. I ain't got time for this. Go out. Go out. You just holding on. Just hold it. Oh, damn. Really? 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 Anytime tonight. Anytime tonight. Thank you. Peace out.